everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the Los Angeles Bellydance Academy. My name is Stefanya. Getting started a little bit late today. Sorry about that, everybody. So, as we're going to do our Shimmy clinic class today, I want to remind everybody, dance is an active sport. You need to know your own limitations. Keep your body safe and dance at your own risk. Are you guys ready to do all that? I'm sure you know the drill. All right, so nice, easy, fun class today. No stress, express. We're just going to let it be all nice and loose and let it shimmy out. How's everybody doing? Good? Take a deep breath in, arms go up over your head, exhale all the way down. You may be asking yourself, but why is the warm-up always the same? Breathe in and breathe out. Wonderful, so you can really feel it. Get into that center line of the body, drop all the way over. So you know the routine, right? Shake it out. Slowly up, exhale. Breathe in, good morning dancers. Exhale, out and down, drop your head over. Deep breath in, legs forward. Exhale, down, roll up. Again, breathe in. Exhale, all the way down. Deep breath in, legs forward. Exhale down. Roll up. Yeah, side to side. Keep going. And spiral. Open up. Cross the shoulder. Good, let's do it again. Out to the side, just breathe, just flow. Open up. Cross the shoulder. Good, keep together. Little arch in the upper back. Exhale, roll down. Flat back up. And again. Exhale. Flat back. Up. 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 And up, down. Double time, tiny taps. Up and hold, squeeze. Nice squeeze, good job, hold on to it. Here we go, look to the right, center, left, center, right, center, left. Head circle, exhale round. Breathe in, exhale. Breathe in, reverse. Exhale. Breathe in, exhale. And 1, 2, 3, 4, elbows high. 6, 7, full circle. Good, forward. 2, 3, 4, elbows, 5, 6, 7, full circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. How you guys doing? Good, let's shimmy. 2, 1, 2, relax. So just a little slow down so you can get that tempo, then double time. Here we go. A couple times. 1, 2, 1, 2. Get your little shimmy in there. 1, 2, 1, 2, shimmy. Good. Back it up. 1, 2, 3. Switch. Let's keep that shimmy going. And up. Single step forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step down. Step down. On each one of those dunes you hear in the music, here we go, back it up, 3 steps goes. Right, left, left. Chop, chop, chop. And forward, 1, 2, 3, 4. Back it up. 1, 2, 3. Each one 4 times. Walk it slow, slow, slow. Again, here we go. Keep it going. Keep that shimmy going, nice and soft. Connecting with the music, finding that beat. Do, 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 do. You can see that my body's walking pretty much straight forward when I come forward, but when I'm back, I'm a little bit diagonal, not too much. 2 more times. How many times am I going to say that? Maybe 2 more times. Hup, hup, back it up, keep it shimmying, breathe, breathe. Good. Keep that rhythm. Open, close. Switch the foot. Open, catch it up. Open, catch it up. You're stepping, doom, tech, doom, doom. So that single leg has the doom pushing down into the floor. Back leg catches up, doom, doom, doom. Are you still shimmying? Up. All right, chop, chop, back. We go. 1, 2, 3. To the front. Open, close. 1, 2, 3. Switch. 1, 2, 3. Take it back. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Open, close. Open, close. Up. Open, close. Back it up. Chop, chop, chop. Chop, chop, chop. Chop, chop, chop. Keep it going. Open, close. Up. All right, 2 more times. Back it up. Chop, chop, chop. Are you smiling? Are you breathing? Gotta keep shimmying. Up. I know we're doing 2 things at the same time, but we're working that coordination. Keep it up. Do the best you can. Breathe. Open, close. Open, close. Let it wet. Back it up. I lied. I know that was like 3 times. I just can't stop. You can't stop me. Here we go. Open, close. Last one. Shimmy. Hey. Ayuwa, ayuwa. Up. 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 Good. You can drop your arms. Oh. I need extra drop there. So you got those nice shoulder shimmies in. Good job with a little rhythm on the feet. Little flutter in the tummy is going to take some work. So the first thing we work on is our positivitude. Have a good positive attitude. We have to lock the throat. So when we're working the diaphragm, actually the first main source of movement would just be like any other movement when we just have like, you know, the single pop, which is popping in the diaphragm. We lift up into the center of the body, and then back down, we release it out. Breathe in up into the center. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Double time. And up, down. Give me both. Pow, pow, pow. Give me a little exercise there. Tuck in, release. Tuck in, release. Up and in. Up and in. Up and in. Up and in. Double time. Twice. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Down. It's good to accent the down. Get it kind of like you're throwing it down. Get it down there. Double time. Faster goes down, 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 down. Still coming up, but accent down. Squeeze the inner thighs when you need more energy. Pump, pump, pump. Good. Flutter. 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 Again. Again. Last time. Good. So, there's going to be so many different levels and, how do I say, accessibility maybe that you have into this muscle. So for today, remember our action is positivity. Don't tell yourself no, tell yourself yes. And if you happen to laugh, can't do it. You're going to see that it's going to be right there in the diaphragm. So we lift up and in, up and in, up and in, up and in. A little faster down. Down a little bit. Good. From this pulse down, let's just get a little chest movement in. Side, side. I'm trying to accent down. Now with the hips. Hips, 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 hips. Chest, same movement in the tummy, push down. Chest starts up, ends up down, hips, down, 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 down. Last time, chest, 1, down, down. Last time, hips. Little slide there. Always the pump down. Are you getting tired? Tired's where we want to be. Here's the last one, big flutter. Ah, did you feel it? Good, let's get a little bit of camel in there just to stretch it out. Reverse, up, 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 up the bottom. Reverse, down, down. Just stretch out your abs. Good. All right, so moving on. Plie shimmy. Plie shimmy is going to have you contract into your lower back. And we're going to squeeze our inner thighs so our tushy tucks under. And our backs are nice and long. So the more you can let those hips hang down and low and long, the better it is. We don't want our tushy turned up at all. Okay? So, if we don't want our tushy turned up, that means less weight has to be out of the toes. It needs to be in the balls of the feet and maybe even slightly back. So we're pushing down into the ground and we're letting those hips just give a little bit of an even, consistent motion, not a stop. Sometimes we do stops where we're not now. Not a tension to where you can barely see it, but this big wiggle in the middle, okay? Most of my weight feels heavy down to the ground and I'm using my abs to contract and tuck in. But my abs are not all the work. Most of the work is coming from my inner thighs and the second amount is coupled in by the abs, like reminding the body where the posture is. So we're gonna breathe in, arms up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, I went a little fast. And then down for 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. And breathe in. Count it to yourself. And Good. Let's keep our arms in the center. Twist back, twist back, twist back, twist back. So we know when the one hip goes back, the other hip automatically comes forward. So we have that little twist in the center, center. Keep the shimmy going no matter what, and even if the first layer is somewhere in the mind where you just think about it, I can feel it, it'll be there, it'll be there. Then later, that movement's gonna start inching out, and that's how we want it. We don't need it big from the beginning. We can just kind of imagine that layer coming to us, squeeze and keep the body straight. Down a little bit, extra into your plie. Back up. Let's save the knees by keeping the tailbone tucked under. Spine nice and long. Good. Don't stop. Let's keep going. Your heels can slightly come up off the floor because this is deeper than our plie. It's a little squat. Down and up. How far can you go? Long spine, long spine. Up. 4 more goes. Down. Hey, you went a little bit lower, didn't you? Let's do it again. Tuck it in, raise up. Remember all those plies that we do? We think up as we go down. Up, make it easy. And last one, down. Excellent. All right, little twist again. Twist, twist, down, up. And twist, twist, down, up. One side, pulls back. Other sides, pull back. Both sides, pull down, up. Again, keep that shimmy going. Keep breathing. Last time with your twist. Center. Good. Good, keep it going. All right. So, plie shimmy is going to take a lot of the energy out of the body, but I don't want you to stop. Right? Keep that plie nice and low, the back nice and long. Let's do some chest circles. 1, 2, 3, reverse. 1, 2, 3, reverse. Again. 1, 2, breathe in and out, 3, reverse, last time, 1, 2, 3, good. Shake it out, shake it out. All right, so when we have our plie shimmy, the plie shimmy turns into our very classical 3/4 walk, but the hips keep the same movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3 to the diagonal, 5, 6, 7, side. 1, 2, 3 to the diagonal, change positions to the back. 1, 2, 3 on the diagonal, 5, 6 makes it easy here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1. Ah, how you guys doing? Are you getting hot? Are you getting hot out there? Oh, ooh, class has only just begun. Look at us. All right, here we go. Shimmy. Big hip shimmy, big hip shimmy. Lower the better, bigger the better, looser the better. Contain it by holding your abs, keeping your inner thighs, squeezing. Yes. Waiting for the music. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. From the twist. Twist, twist, down, up, again, twist, twist, down, up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, diagonal, 5, takes you around the circle, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, keep going, 1, last time. All right, now we're going to twist back. Good, shake it out. Shake it out, shake it out. All right. So dancers, plie moves our hips up and down. Later, we're going to do the same motion in our forced arch, but we're going to give that a little power pump at the end of the hour. So coming back, and now we're going to move on to something that should feel super relaxed. So notice my knees are going to bend, just like I was walking. We call this Egyptian shimmy. And how do I say that this is the center of my body staying up as tall as I possibly can, so that when my legs start to get some tempo, you have a bend motion in your knees, however, you're not plieing. So what does that mean? Excuse me. I have technical difficulties today. You know, I know I say that each and every live stream, but man, I am just learning to go with the flow. Something doesn't work, what do? Turn it off. Forget it. Moving on, okay? Because during all of this, we realize we may not need the technology. Well, we may need to connect. I'm happy for it. We may not need it, but we have it, thank God. And what we really have to depend on is ourselves, our bodies, the breath. It's really important, okay? So forget all the stuff that's not working. We're working. Hey, Pepper. Yes, and laugh, and perfect, exactly. Laugh at it, because it is what it is, and we are all moving forward. So, always with dance, the more you practice, the better you get. So we want to hope that our practice is not practicing in the wrong direction. You're still going to get there, but you may take the long path to find it if you make a practice in the wrong direction.
So the one thing that I like to do for students who are participating in the Los Angeles Bellydance Academy is try to become very clear about simple concepts. And sometimes they're so simple, hi Maki, sometimes they're so simple that, I don't know, they're easy to overlook. So let's talk about plie, or straight legs. Here's our two shimmies that we really want to focus on, because if we did a mixture of both, that's the long path around. We need to do a perfect posture of Egyptian shimmy, and then have a completely separate posture and new look to our plie shimmy. So here in the plie shimmy, the one we just did, you notice the feet are flat on the ground. The feet are flat on the ground, the knees are bent, that's why we call it plie. And the movement is moving my femurs basically up into my pelvic bone, and that's shifting them up into my body. Okay, so I was saying something about the leg bone connected into the hip bone and all that jazz. And there's some mechanical motions that are happening in the knee, but really the power and the sophistication of the motion of this is in the adductor. So it's nothing around the knee is participating. But the posture is plie. The posture is not straight up, the posture is down. And then since I go down, that gives the hips the chance to come up. Isn't that brilliant? Isn't that brilliant? So now if I stand completely straight, those are quotes around the word straight. If I stand straight and I have a shimmy, you can see that I'm creating a little motion here. I'm going to go over the motion a little bit more in depth in a second, but I just want you to notice the difference in the look. The look is, I got some jelly in there, right? I got some movement in the abs. The other look was the hip bone. See that? It's on the side, it's coming up, it's compressing in towards the shoulder, small, 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 small. Egyptian shimmy is really the magical shimmy. It's undescribable. We don't know this, we don't know what this is right off the bat, and when we see it as an audience member, like, wow, I've never done that with the body. How is that created? So here in the abdomen, your Egyptian shimmy is going to change and evolve the more you practice. Without me talking, I think I have to hold my breath or just breathe in a little bit. I want my Egyptian shimmy to have some sort of movement deep in my belly button. So my belly button looks like it's kind of swaying horizontally. So there's an excellent two spaces that we can focus on. When we plie, the hips go vertically, and then in general, when we do the Egyptian shimmy, we want the belly button to kind of wiggle back and forth horizontally. So notice my knees are straight, so my hips have no motion. It's not my hips. This is actually the flesh in my body, on my body, organs, I don't know, blood, something in here, moving around, right? So let's talk about that. Egyptian shimmy. Egyptian shimmy, say it at home. Egyptian shimmy. It's personally my favorite shimmy. One of the reasons why is it's so easy, it's so relaxing, it's so feminine, and because a physical movement, let's say it's easy once we master it, this one, not like plie shimmy that makes us a little tired, so I have a little balls of sweat under my nose. Some people call that glitter, glistening, fabulousness. But because I was in that low plie and I kept going, it kind of sucks the energy out of my body. But opposite of that is the beautiful Egyptian shimmy. It's really able to kind of replenish energy in your body. So you can focus on the lyrics and on the song and just getting that kind of connection moments with the audience, right? So the basic way to describe the movement, and I'm hoping, I'm doing all this pants stuff just so you can see my knees, is imagine your feet are glued to the floor, okay? Glued, 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 and they should be right under the shoulder, which is pretty close. And you're gonna bend your right knee pretty easy, not so far down, right? Because see how the other leg is straight? There's only just that much room to take the bend. See, and you couldn't even call that a plie because your weight didn't change. And so dancers who are opening themselves up to dance as an art form, plie becomes a foundation understanding. So we understand right now there is no plie but we can bend the knee. So we have to be careful, because when we describe plie as bending the knee, we have to really know it's bend the knee with a weight change. And the weight change is a centered weight change, a deep lowering to the ground. So here we're up, and we're gonna let one knee go, and then we're gonna switch to the other knee, and then we're gonna go to one knee, and then the other knee. So when one leg is straight, one leg is bent, and that straight leg is holding my hips up high, so my hips never drop. But right underneath my body, my knees are going to make a little bit of an adjustment of the movement. Now, if I went super slow like I'm doing right now, there becomes this like, there's like a plop down. And I actually want you to start feeling the heavy plop down. So we're slow. Tap, boom, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and double time. That goes 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Pull your abs in and double time that. Faster, smaller. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope you feel that walking motion, front and back and back and back, like if you're walking. All right? So if I go really slow, it's a little bit too much. And as I pick up the tempo, but see, this is still slow, this is not too fast. As I pick up this speed, I'm now going to start getting my body prepared for shimmy. What I mean by that is shimmy is a relaxed motion, but the relaxed motion creates more motion. So if I was going too slow, I would drop everything down and it wouldn't come back up to me. So when I get to this little bit of a higher tempo, I'm keeping my energy up and in the center of my body. So I gotta hold my inner thighs together, let the energy of the knees actually express themselves backwards, and you're just walking it out. Now, when we're in class together, I love to tell you what to do, right? You know that, that's my job. I love to tell you what to do. Now, most of what I say comes with the take it or leave it kind of thing. Some of them I tell you, you must do this. Some other things not, right? But when we come to class, I don't tell you the speed of your heartbeat. I tell you to breathe, I tell you to do certain things that are fundamental, but I wouldn't ask you to match heartbeat. I want you to think of your shimmy sort of like a heartbeat. You don't match the tempo of your shimmy to the tempo of my shimmy. Why? Because your body is unique, my body is unique. Just like the way my heart is pumping is based on the size and everything I'm needing at that moment, how I'm feeling, blah, 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 blah. So I hope you're continuing your Egyptian shimmy, just one leg right after the other. It must be rhythmic, but you must find your own tempo. So if your own tempo was somewhere here, bravo. The faster it goes, I can't really say I'm more impressed, right? So don't think of that as a way to create, what you're looking for. It's not about going faster. It's about finding more juiciness in the abs. So now, how's everybody doing? You've been Egyptian shimmying for a while? Good. So now we're going to lift up higher in the rib cage, in the diaphragm, right there. And we're going to see how that elongation helps the look of the shimmy. Now here's the thing. If I lengthen up, my shimmy begins to look a little tighter. So don't be confused. I didn't make my speed tighter. I didn't make my knees move faster. I just lengthened up just a little bit, stood up a little bit taller, and that pull in the line creates a faster vibration. So if you're feeling like you're going a little slow, maybe your chest is a little bit too down, maybe you want to bring it up a little bit higher. Excellent. So I'm going to turn the music back on. We're going to keep Egyptian shimmying. We're going to move to single legs into double legs. I just need you to practice. Ooh, hey. And if anything, remember that right now we're not in plie. We're standing up tall, and we're letting the legs kind of just generically feel like they're walking it out. That's the best way to feel it, right? Do not let your heels come off the floor. That will be very, 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 very important. All right, dancers, here we are. the side, right, back, right. So all I have to do here is just change my weight, one on one side, on the other side. 1, 2. I'm going to use my lats to isolate my upper body. Good. Side, now front, side, and back. Side, front, side, and back. A little faster. Side, front, side, back, side, front, side, back, side, front, side, back, side. Let's go to the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pull it back. 1, 2, 3, 4. And around. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Good. So our shoulders turn to the diagonal. Same move. Push. Push. Drop forward back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Double time. Breathe and breathe out. Up and down. Good. Other side. Just for fun. Keep the Egyptian shimmy. We're going to reverse. Up. The bottom. Back. Don't go bleeding. Keep it straight legs. You just have to rock. Back. Forward. Breathe out. Breathe in. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Double time. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Good job. So, one leg back. Just a one leg shimmy. Give it a little bit of pose. Excellent. Circle. And circle. 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 Other leg. Egyptian shimmy. You get it? Have your shoulder right over that hip. And circle. Circle. This is a horizontal circle. Good. Around. Both legs. Get that Egyptian shimmy in. Single leg. Reverse. Both legs. Single leg. Front. Back. Front. Back. Hold. Reverse. Around. Back. Around. Back. Stay on one leg. Back. Hold, reverse, around, breathe in, breathe out, smile, you can do it, dancers. Single leg, transfer the weight. Good job. Egyptian shimmy from the center. Good, bring it down. All right, so we can, maybe it's a good time, we'll bring a little tension into that shimmy. Hey dancers, I forgot to say thank you for joining me. And don't forget to like the stream. Yes, don't forget to like the stream. Don't forget to tell your friends. Share the good news of belly dance, as we say. So, here we are, Egyptian shimmy. And we will just for a moment talk about the tension, suck the tension in to create the single bounce. Now, single bounce, hello. Greetings from Mexico. Thank you for coming. Judith, thank you. So when I have the Egyptian shimmy, so you see the knees are moving back and forth as if I was walking. And when I create more tension, that shimmy space is going to get smaller and faster until my muscles start to grip, right? Until there's no more motion that goes into relax. So when we do an Egyptian shimmy, my suggestion is for you is to have a relaxation feeling, even though all that mess is happening. And I know you'll tell me, well, that's not very nice of you to tell me to work real hard and relax at the same time. No, it is not very nice of me, and I apologize, but you can do it. We'll keep working at it, right? So when I do my Egyptian shimmy, nice and loose. There's a quality to Egyptian shimmy, and I'm going to use this quality most of the time. All right? But there's a second thing I can do, which is create a little bit of a shiver. And so I'm getting closer to the camera, because you can't really see it from far away. And depending on what kind of costuming you have, you'll be able to either see it or not see it. So if I was working live with a drummer, and the drummer has a very open drum roll, and perhaps they change their finger position or do something to create a or something that seems a little bit more faster, or I don't know, just faster, right? I would like to mimic that style, or maybe a quiet something, and we normally call that a shiver. And what we're doing is we're taking that big open Egyptian movement, we're condensing it down into something that is contracting inside the body. So I really have to press it in there. So I want you to feel that it's really big, and as you get tighter and it comes into the center, it gets into a shiver. Now from the shiver, if I was here, imagine this is my legs, and they get so close that eventually they're gonna start shaking at the same tempo. So I had tap, 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 and they got so close that eventually they're at the same tempo. So this is not my legs, but this is how I'm describing my legs to you. Egyptian, shimmy, closer, tighter, closer, tighter, closer, tighter. They're going so fast that eventually they start going the same. So in the legs, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, closer, tighter, closer, tighter, closer, tighter. They get so in, it almost seems like it's disappeared, but when it opens back up, it opens into a double bounce. 2 knees down, 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 and relaxing down to the floor. So you just gotta feel heavy, feel like you can bounce that down. So we're gonna kind of take it open, we're gonna condense it, it's gonna open back up into a single bounce, it's gonna close back down and come back into Egyptian shimmy, and we're just gonna follow that pattern a couple times. I hope you caught it, and if not, fake it till you make it. Follow me. Next time I'll explain it better. I'll do my best. All right. Got it. Okay, good. Hey, Gail. Thanks for coming back to Shimmy Clinic. So I got that big open movement. It's as open as it can be. As I start to think of it closing down and getting closer, it looks like it's almost disappeared. Then I bring it into a single bounce. And then I bring it back tight and I open it back up. There's your Egyptian shimmy. Good. Bring it back in, close it in, double, 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 double. 2, go. All right, tighten it back up, bring it back, open it into that Egyptian shimmy. Good job. And tighten it back in. Bounce it down. This definitely feels like that tension. I always keep it in, and then I'm going to open it back up to release. Breathing into the nose, out through the mouth. Good. Tighten, 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 tighten. In, tighten, 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 tighten. Double, 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 double. Open it up. Use your arms. And down. And back down. Back it open. Can you float between the two? Tighten it up. And up. Now what is that move, right? I am literally just tap, tap. Got that tap? Double time the tap, stay down. So I'm going deeper into the floor. Sometimes I can lift my heels up. We're not doing that one right now. It's like the tension version of the double bounce. And what I mean double bounce is that my knees are not going opposite. Down, 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 down. Tighten it up. Strong posture. Double tap. Squeeze your inner thighs. Down, 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 down. Open it up. You get all that work in? Reverse. Plie shimmy, you know that one. Shoulder shimmy. Plie. And then. Woo! All right, great job. I actually want to take that Egyptian shimmy to the next level. The double bounce can come when they can. That was just like a little bonus. Really, for new dancers and aspiring long-time dancers, however you see yourself, let's say that having a great plie shimmy, a great Egyptian shimmy, and a great twist shimmy is really 3 shimmies and shoulder shimmies, twist shimmy too. Really 3 great shimmies to work on. Other things are just bonus, and it becomes really fun when you're working with your drummer, because when you're working with your drummer, they can give you all those different sounds. All right, so we're gonna come down to the floor. Wonderful, and let me see if my camera's just right. Here it comes. It's not graceful. But that's okay. We'll like the floor work, so it'll be worth it. Ha ha ha. Let's see. All right, so here we are on the floor, and when we make our way to the floor, we need to have a fundamental understanding of what posture is. So, you may not have noticed, but when I stand straight, I have a 90-degree angle where my foot hits the floor, 90 degrees, and I'm trying to extend that all the way up through the body. So, as you make your body down to the floor, I want you to keep in mind that the 90-degree angle still exists. Everything is still there. It's just located in a different part of your body, and it's very important. So, right now, instead of having the 2 feet, the 2 balls of the feet as 2 little bones pressing down into the floor, I have these 2 little bones in my hips called my sit bones, right? I have my femur, if I was in pike position, I'd have my femur going straight out, and then I'm looking for the 90 degrees up. This is what most of you will give me, and this is just not enough work to be strong in shimmy. So, Shimmy Clinic class is really about improving the posture that allows the shimmy to express. So we don't really have to learn to shimmy. Let's say that shimmy is kind of natural, it's very natural. What we have to learn to do is restack our posture. So we have to restack, meaning it's there, it just needs to come back, okay? So as we sit in our easy, just cross the leg, pull the belly button in, I want you to give it a couple circles here in the lower back, so you're making sure that you're loosening up. Breathe in as you go around, breathe out as you contract, in as you go around, and let's reverse. You can smile. Always a good time to be smiling. Breathe in and out, breathe in forward, breathe out, breathe in. Now, just because it's fun, let's take one long stretch forward. Just open up the body, breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth. And scan the body. Find what part of the hips are tight, what part of the foot is cramping up. Relax everything. Relax in the chin, the neck, the jaw, the heart, the hips, the elbows, wherever you need to just let the body melt. Let's do that. Slowly roll up. Just so it's nice and fair, we're gonna just pick the other leg forward. Take one more long stretch forward. Again, scan the body. Really, really, really focus on your own body. Think about every inch. Go through it step by step. Fingers to forearms, to shoulders, to chest, to hips, to femurs, to knees, and ankles and toes. Relax, 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 relax. Long, lengthening breaths. All right, so we're going to come up and we're going to feel that nice long line and we're going to sit. So with the music here, we're just going to have a simple drop. I'm not going to brace my hands. I'm not going to relax. I'm going to sit up tall with my sit bones. You should feel those two little tightening bones right there underneath of me, 90-degree angle, and then my knee has to come up and it has to come down, 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 down. Now, up is something, but up is not important. It's the plop. Plop, and plop, and plop, and plop. So don't touch your knees, but you could touch the quadricep that you have, and actually, with your body completely relaxed, no muscle action, lift it and then drop it, and feel that extra, like it hits the ground and then there's some reverb there. So with each one of these, I want you to try to always feel the reverb. Now, of course, when we make it a faster tempo, it's less time to reverb. So if I have blah, 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 and faster, blah, 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 I'm kind of cutting the time of the blah, 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 blah. You get the point, but every time I'm hitting the ground, I should feel like a splat. And that's really the exercise here. There's a splat. The muscles can softly just hit against the ground. And that's because in the quality of shimmy, those muscles have to stay relaxed. So if you say, well, your muscles have to stay relaxed, what muscle is working? It's the adductor muscle. The inner thigh muscle is doing all the work, all over the place. So we're lucky there. We just have to find those beautiful adductor muscles. And let's wrap this up. Here we go. We're gonna get these nice long movements in. Here I am. Down, down, down. Again, goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Double time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Full shimmy, relax. Big movements, relax. Big one. 1, 2, 1. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Stay tall. Most of the work is in the abs. Just stay up tall. Strong lower back. I know it's not easy. You breathe. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And shimmy. Relax. All right. Big again. Start over. Relax. 2, 3. Lifelong spine. Up. Double time. Goes 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Keep going for your love. Here we go. 1, 2. Faster goes. Sit up tall. Get that shimmy in there. Last time. 1, 2, 3. Don't give up on the back. Stay strong. 1, 2, 3. Double that. Goes 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Double that. Goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. Breathe in, arms up. Exhale all the way over. Stretch it out. Good. Take one arm. Looks like you're doing a back stroke. All the way over. Other side. Go back stroke. Up and over. Good job. Last to tell everybody that I am deeply grateful that you have joined me today, and I'm always grateful that you can join me at the Los Angeles Bellydance Academy. We have a little philosophy here, and I just want to share it with you, which has to do something like be happy and dance. And I think what we're trying to learn here at the studio and trying to make a part of the education that we're offering is just where is the strength in your body? Where is that door that's going to unlock all those creative ideas that you have? And we want to kind of be behind you and be assisting you and letting you know, like, don't give up. Imagine, dream, believe, all that kind of stuff, in the sense that we want you to know that you're creative beings and that your job is to create. So, by plie, by doing a nice pike position, by studying shimmies for an hour, all of these things are tools for you to be, we're already a creator, but it's to have a little bit more understanding of how you are creating the creation, shall I say. So I want you to stay really positive, especially dance is not easy. We have to put a lot of hours of practice in. Nobody is naturally talented at this. Some people just have more time. So if you are somebody that has limited time, please respect that about yourself. And give yourself the time you need to grow. If you are somebody who loves to be perfect and loves to only present that perfect creation, we want to honor that as well. But remember, dance, especially belly dance, this is who you are. This is an expression of your uniqueness. Perfection is not what we're going for, right? We are going for a transaction between one heart and the next while we dance. I know personally one of the things that I'm really missing right now is just looking deep into somebody's eyes while I'm dancing and just feeling that joyful, replenishing, energetic feeling. So that's why we're here. We're here to have that emotional transaction between the performer and the audience while we're dancing. So the more time we practice, the more drills we do, the more self-care we have, the more listening and relying on our intuition, our creativity is just going to just shoot through the roof. So swinging back around to what I was saying, being a perfectionist is great, but right now, that's not what we need. It's baby steps. Baby steps. And always as a dancer, you'll always find something more you need to work on. So, we have to let that go. So, everybody, it's been such a great Thursday afternoon. I'm coming from Los Angeles. I'd love to know where you are reaching us from. So you can spend a little time sending us a message, which some of you are doing and I'm enjoying so much. You can put it in the chat. You can write a comment later if you're viewing this stream after. And thank you, Gail. Oh, Philadelphia, so cool. Right on. All right, East Coast. Is the timing okay on the East Coast? Do you like the 4 o'clock West Coast time? Does it work out for you? Everything we're learning at the studio has been really exciting. So thanks for everybody giving us, giving us your insights and feedback. And again, dance. You don't need me to do it. You just turn on some music and you just go for it. So I hope you get a couple hip drops in there. Maybe you're doing extra dishes at home. Maybe you're giving, the patio a sweep and you can get some hip circles or some shoulder shimmies, something like that. All right, so keep your day bright. Share love with other people, because if you're making yourself happy at home, you're energizing your body, you can go share that with others. So I love you guys. Take care. Talk to you soon. See you this weekend. Bye.